Hey YouTube, well this is me. This is my third time trying to do this video because I didn't have everything prepared. So I want to show you the size that I'm coming from, which is always make sure your sink. I don't know if you can see. Make sure this right here is down, okay? Because your gauge will fall in the toilet. So anyway, I want to show you my bare ears. I don't know if you can see them. Can you see them? This is my bare ears, and that's what they look like. So this is the 10 that I'm showing you. So this is how the 10 go in my ear. Left-handed. So there you go. See? I don't know if can you see that? Look at it. So this is the 10. And see, the thing is, it's almost like putting a piercing in, but you gotta make sure the front line of the back. That's what I had to do. So look, came out. So this right here is an 8, and this right here, I mean 6. Sorry. Yeah, 8. And so what I was going to try to do is see if I can go up, see what it does today. So sorry moving this around like 1,000 times. But this one I do. I take my jojoba oil, coconut oil, and I think I mix something else with it. It's like this. And I already have some in my ear. Put a little bit more. And I put it on the jewelry. As a matter of fact, I'm missing a major step. This right here is what I bought. It's a piercing aftercare, and it has a sea salt in there or something like that. It has sea salt or something like that in it. Again, I prepared. So I sprayed it on there, and it cleans it. And I let it like dry for a couple minutes, cause it just literally cleans it. The kind of makes it cleaner. And I give it a couple minutes, put the oil on there again. Sorry, that's not the step I go through. I usually wash my ear, massage my ear, but because I had already did this ear and I already did both ears, uh, I didn't go through everything I would usually go through when I'm scratching my ears. So I clean my ear, clean my jewelry, put the oil on there, and instead of I use this instead of a taper because I use this instead of a taper because the taper hurts and the taper kind of stays in place, and if it don't go all the way in, you don't want it's a lot of pain. So with this, it's more of a pinch. So I don't know if I can get it. Can you see it? So what I'm doing here is, see, this how easy that went through. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? So far, the skinny part, and that's, again, I'm a 10 right now. So I'm stretching to an 8. So, I don't know if you can see it. Now, it's starting to get, I'm putting a bit more on the area that's actually bigger because that is going to go through my ear. Don't want to go through. So I put it in as much as it's going to go in. Right now it's stinging. So right now it's stinging a little bit. So I'm gonna see if I can put it in a little bit more to where just a little bit more. I already put this one in. It hurts to kind of move it. You see? Look at that. This one kind of hurts to move it. So this one's stinging and this one. So I'm gonna give it a couple minutes. Think about something else. But yeah, I don't know if it's called a dead scratch, but this kind of puts it where if it kind of hurts, you can take it. You can turn it around. I don't know if you can see, but you can turn it around. You can do this with it. But I'm gonna try to go a little bit more. I think this should be enough. Sorry. I'm gonna keep it right here for now. It's stinging. So I'm gonna keep it right here for now because it's stinging right now. But yeah, so this is how I stretch my ears. I tried tapers. I hated tapers. The tapers, it's like a piece of little triangle thing. One is small and gets bigger, and it gets stuck in your ear and will not come out. But the trick with these are doing it this way or this method is it allows, in a sense, it allows you to be able to control the amount of pain you want to be in. And it's not a lot of pain. It feels less like a pinch. I can touch my ear. I can wiggle my ear still. When you do it right, you can do things like this. So I can wiggle my ear. I can touch my ear. I can touch the jewelry. I can't do that yet. Usually that will happen within a day or so. But, or maybe next 15 minutes. And yeah. And I know it looks swollen, but it really isn't. I just have a really big ear. But yeah, I was going to try to move it a little bit more. There we go. So I like having it right underneath my ear instead of, I think this one is okay. So to avoid any kind of complications or blowouts, whatever, I just keep it right there and I wear it the whole day. And I take it out at night and I clean it and I put it back in. So that's it. So I don't use tunnels. I don't use anything like that. I like these better because just say my husband comes home, and I know tonight is date night, right? So let's say my husband comes home, right? And he wants to go, we need to go shopping. I won't have to worry about having to, take it out, put the taper in, put the tunnel in, the two-step thing I don't want to do. So just to wrap everything up where it needs to be wrapped up, and I can just go. I can wear this to date night. All I gotta do is curl my locks. I'm out the door. So this makes it so much more simple than the tapers would. And so they even have less tapers and they have more gauge earrings. I think that's the name of them, gauge earrings, because they are for your earrings. But yeah, so they have more of these than that. So I give myself, whenever my ear heals, it seems like it's healing pretty fast. Now I will say this: the first time I scratched, I was impatient. So for sure, I was at 18 because I have a false gauge, And next video, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show y'all. But I had a false gauge, and the way it went in my ear, the way it went through the hole, it was 18. That's how I knew it was an 18. So that went. It didn't go through my ear first. Maybe I was a 20. I don't know. Maybe and I don't know. I don't know numbers that well. But when it went in, I say pushed it through, and it was cool. It was, and then I put then I had the regular false earring. That's how I transition. I will make a video more displaying, breaking down the different sizes for so far, because it's a process. It's a lot of stuff happening between that I did not share with you guys. But everybody's different. I'm learning that everybody tolerance is different. One of the ladies that works at Hot Topic, she said she went from 6 gauge. That's where she started it. She started at a 6 gauge. I'm like, whoa, 6 gauge. I'm just doing little small stuff, and she's at a 2 now. So everybody's different. For me, I went 4 sizes up, and I wasn't trying to, but I ended up like they didn't have the 16 gauge. They didn't have the 16 gauge. So I'm like, that's all I have. And literally the same way I did this, I just went around, and I didn't do it initially all the way like to a certain point, but I just kind of eased into it. I put it in, and then I think the end. This part was going in, but the other part wasn't. So I pushed it. I just kind of a little bit. I didn't push it in. It actually went through this very smoothly, and I left it there for a day or so. It burned. Oh, painful. Okay, painful. So for 2 days, and after that, I can move it around. And then I went back to Hot Topics. Or I'm back and forth between Spencer's and Hot Topics, but Spencer's is the place what I'm getting my jewelry at now. It started off Hot Topics, my first gauge earring, which was 14. Got that, came home, despite my kids upstairs being all loud and stuff, and husband, whatever situation was, I went ahead and did it in this bathroom. And I cannot touch I think it was hard for me to sleep in my ear. And I ended up getting, just being real about it, I didn't know it was an infection, but my ear, like, you know how you get your ear and you just kind of, like push it down, white stuff was coming out. And then, like, when you get a sore and like, scab develop, it was developing in the back of my ear, and it was like it was bleeding a little bit. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on? I freaked out. I had a little mini freak out. Like, what's going on? What's going on? I read about blowouts and everything, because see, I read about the history of scratching your ears and mouth and other areas and tongue, and I just did a lot of research before I even did this. For this actually deciding to do it. So I had a miniature. I don't know if it was a miniature. It was an infection. It wasn't bad. It did not smell. I barely even smelled the smell to it. I think it was not what I was used to. But I got some water. I got some witch hazel. Cleaned it, and then because the Q-tip could not go inside my ear, I scratched it out as much as it possibly could. While I was in the shower, I was just massaging my ear as much as possible. And then I left my other one in Memphis. I don't know where it's at. But this is the piercing aftercare. I bought this, like seriously, as soon as I bought it, it was probably like 2 weeks. I was already 2 weeks in the healing process. I didn't even realize it was 2 weeks already. I just knew that. I'm like, hey, I'm just going to get a 14, 12, and 10. So I end up getting, if I can find it, the previous one I showed you, I got this in a 14 and a 12, no, 14 and 10. The 10s are swirlies like this. just like this. And this is by the way, this is a 6. But the swirlies, and it was like again, I'm just buying swirlies. So, anyway, I went to Memphis, right? 14. No, I went to Spencer's, 14. Went in the bathroom, just testing it out. Cause like I said, test it out. Your ear may be ready. Cause you 2 weeks in, like if your ear's not doing this or doing that. And I told about the infection. Like, well, as long as it's good, you can try out another size up. So I did. The 12 went in just like this. It was like no pressure. It was no pushing. It was just like the 10. It was just able to go in so easy. I'm like, what? I'm up to 12 already? And so from the 12, from the 12, I was on 12 for a good week or two. No, it was a good week. Probably not even a week, and I'm not even trying to. I'm not trying to, but literally, the 12 went to Memphis. I lost the 12. The 12 fell out my ear. It was falling out this ear. So I had to try to keep it in. I lost 112. So I have the other 12 with my 14. So I got 112. So I'm like, oh, I had to go and take back the 14 because I could not fit it anymore. Right? Look at God. Hallelujah. So anyway, so after I put the 12 in and I was wearing it for a good little bit, then guess what else happened? The 12 started coming out. And it wasn't, and my ear wasn't hurting. It didn't hurt to touch it, but literally, like, it came out. And I can slide it, I can rotate it through my ear, just like this. If I had my 10 and I'll show you what it can do. And that's what it was doing. And I'm like, whoa. So I'm at 10. So now the 10 the 10 can come out by itself again. So now I stretched to 8. So it's not, I'm not putting in this, I'm not putting in a 4. I'm not putting in a 2. I'm not trying to rush it. But I'm not trying to rush the process, but I'm going 2 sizes up. And so the 8 is good, and my ear stopped burning now. Look at that. But yeah, so that is the process for me. And everybody is different. I thought that I'd be using tapers and I still be at a 14, but I'm not. I'm at an 8 now. So, and again, I give my ears time to get ready, get used and warmed up. I take it out and I put it back on in at night so that it can keep that scratched shape. And it's like, and if you know natural hair, if you know afros, if you have afro, because I have locks now, but if you ever had an afro and you scratch your afro and it's still wet or whatever, if you did 2 strand twists, whatever method you use to scratch your hair, without using heat, it's the same process with your ears. So you scratch it and you pin it to where where it was scratched in a desired position. And the same thing with your ears. If you don't have anything at night on, and I think certain ones, you should never sleep with your tapers. I know that because those things are sharp. But these right here, they're comfortable. And even I slept with these for like the night, and then I took them back out, cleaned it, and if I hop in the shower, clean it out. And I clean my ears and I massage my ears. And that's what I do in between time. But that's what I'm doing now. So I told you guys that I'm going to welcome you guys on my journey. But yeah, these are, and it's so small now that it don't even look like much. But I love it. And I just never knew that your ears could scratch like this. So, but yeah, anyway, that's what I use. And so every day, even I just take this like a couple times a day, probably. I check my ear, take them out, put them back in just to see if it's okay. Because when I take a shower or I wash my face or something, I said, well, I take a shower. I'm going to take a shower today before even heading out to the movies and stuff with my family. So I want to take them out and then it's best to use in the shower, right after the shower. So I would just put it back in afterwards. But so far, look, I could I say the earring feels a little stiff, and that's normal. My ear isn't red, it isn't sore, it's not hurt. It's like I can touch this, I can move this. It's still a little stiff, but that's it. It's a little stiff, that's it. And give that time. And I'm giving oh, Jesus. Oh. This fell. But yeah, so I'm giving myself time. I'm going to give my ears time to heal and everything. And so I got this 8 in my ear. I have a 6, 4, 2, and 0 gauge. So I get the earrings ahead of time so that I don't have to go buy them when it's time to stretch again. So it seemed like the way my ears are healing within a week or two, then, I re-stretch. But yeah, so that's it so far. I'm hoping that I did not ramble too much. I'm just very excited about the journey, so I ramble, talk fast. But yeah, so this how they look. And yeah, that's it. This is all me. But I'm praying that you have a very blessed day and be encouraged, and this journey is a journey. So I'm not rushing it. I'm not trying to get to a 00 right now. I'm not trying to do all that. Look, I'm just relaxing and loving the fact that my ears can stretch to a certain capacity. But anyway, I'll be back with you I made this show you what I do at night to keep it clean, and then maybe that may encourage some new people. And if you have any comments at the bottom, like, subscribe, whatever. But anyway, you be blessed.